Hi everybody, it's Joe. I just did the escalating 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute meditation technique that I suggested yesterday, and I really like it. It really does me well. Um, I'm learning to relax more, learning to just be calm with everything. Can't remember who it was. I don't think it was Osho. It was some enlightened master from some time or another said the difference between you and me is that I don't care what happens. And that's a big one, you know. It drizzled a little bit while I was meditating, but I didn't go in. It's a little chilly right now, but I'm not going for my warm clothes quite yet. It's really good to be here with you. It's really good to be calm with you. It's really good to breathe and speak from a relaxed, calm center and learn what that is. To feel myself learning what it's like to be content, neither chasing wonderful things or running away from terrible things, but just being content. I have a hero. One of my heroes is a woman named Erin Nicholson. She's someone I met in Asheville, and she's been one of my Facebook friends through my travels. And she is part bumblebee, part suicide girl, and part maybe a fairy princess or a yoga kind of soul. Um, she really works hard on body positivity and acceptance and redefining beauty, which I really appreciate. It's something we all need to do in a lot of different ways. Um, Wanted to highlight her a little bit today because she is very brave, and in addition to all of the yoga and artistic things that she shares with us, she also shares her personal journey, like I do on these videos. She shares her efforts to remain positive and joyful and safe emotionally while she works at a retail establishment. And I know that working retail is very difficult. I did it some and found it quite a challenge. I admired those people who thrived in that environment, those managers and supervisors I had who had done it for years and really learned to understand people through that challenging social role. Working retail isn't just a job, it's also, for many people, it's a status level. And certain people who want to hurt others, who want to bully others emotionally, will single out retail clerks for that purpose. And, I admire the people who can thrive in that environment. I also encourage every single one of you to treat the people you might consider less than you as well as possible. Treat them as equals. Treat them as friends. Be positive and speak kindly to them, but don't take up too much of their time. Let them get on with their job. Just treat them as happy, wonderful equals. I had a phone call there, got cut off, but I was just exhorting everyone to be kind to retail clerks and retail clerks to be kind to everyone else. And that's where I want to get into today. Inspired by Erin and also a wonderful, wonderful barista that I met here in Asheville. Don't know her name. and I don't know her quite well enough to share it anyway, but I found that she's really a wonderful person. Not only is she positive to just about everyone, I see her looking, like searching, like looking at people, trying to see the good in them, trying to connect with whatever happy thing that she can inspire in them. It's very, very, very neat to see someone doing what I do. I work on my social skills in order to connect with people in person the same way I do with you guys on the show. But to see someone who has a natural joyfulness and happiness, nurturing that and cultivating it in herself, but also looking for it in others, like smiling and bringing on such a great attitude, and then looking at people just a little bit, trying to see if she can bring out the happiness and the joy in them. And that is such a wonderful thing. People like that, you know, deserve a lot. You know, they give us a lot for free. You know, it's not the money that this person is making behind the counter at the coffee shop. You know, she's giving us something so much more valuable than what than what she's making back in money. Though I don't doubt that she's reaping many rewards in life, in freedom, in growth, in connection with others. And, all of that rubs off financially too. All of those things make us parts of communities, make us more valuable to the group, make us more accessible to the group. Just being positive makes you a lot more accessible. And I find that people like that who just give and get, because when you share a smile with someone, you get as much as they do, right? So people like that really are in a wonderful, wonderful place. And I hope this person, as well as my hero Aaron that I mentioned with the body positivity stuff and the personal journey stuff, I hope that these people will just continue giving and giving. Some people, like me, feel most comfortable giving on a show like this. Aaron gives on a Facebook and is challenged by the retail environment. This other woman is incredibly good at thriving and giving in person, in the cafe, in a retail shop. So I find it's really important and special to value these people and to learn. One insight I had today was like, hey, when I run into people that give me a hard time or whatever, I have to remember that that is just their shape. It's like a tree that's bent and is still trying to grow, It's like, the person is a car with a flat tire, but they're still trying to get where they're going, They're bent, they're damaged, they're not bad. I don't want to judge these people. It's just their shape. All of us have a shape. All of us are shaped by the reality that we've lived down in the last, however many years, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years that we've been on this planet. Some of us have been on this planet for 100 years and have been shaped by the experiences we've had, the choices we've had. So when I see someone behaving in a way that triggers me, that triggers my hurt or my emotions, that's all they're trying to do, if they're even doing it on purpose, is trying to make other people feel bad, by trying to elicit a negative reaction in someone. Many of these people don't do it on purpose. They're just acting out like children. They're just expressing their negative emotions for whatever reason, and then when those hit other people, we just kind of naturally respond to them. And we don't have to. when you get triggered off, it's really important to realize, hey, what do you know? This person is simply um, damaged. This person simply has confused their desire to feel good by hurting people with their real desire for love. You know, uh, responding in a negative fashion won't make this person any, it won't make this person any happier. It won't make me any happier. Um, I do this, for example, when people honk at me and holler at me for riding my bike, like, get off the road, all that kind of stuff, I'll give them the finger. I feel somehow that I have to stand up for myself, or I have to assert my whatever it is, um, angriness, status, whatever it is. I feel like I have to assert myself back to these people. And it's probably time to let that go. I could assert myself by waving or saying something positive instead of just silently tolerating their attempted verbal abuse. I don't know that that's healthy. But I think responding positively and just negating, just not accepting it all, just not noticing what they're doing, only seeing it as a, you know, symptom of their, suffering that they can let go of when they're ready to let go of it. So maybe that's something I can do. Um, I think it's good for all of us to pick those things in daily life that we might be ready to work on. And gently, without forcing, without creating goals, especially goals that are too big. Um, I'm learning to not create goals much at all anymore. But at the very least, don't create goals that are difficult for yourself. I think the goal-driven mindset and mentality is just a form of self-competition. Um, like I said, having those escalating timer things on my meditation is fun. It's a neat little competition, and I'll do it as long as I feel like, and then probably do something else. It's not necessary. Um, Competition can help the conscious mind. Uh, we can kind of teach our mind, I guess, by giving it competition to focus on. And then we can sneak in some other good things while it's busy competing. But that's just a step. I think we can let go of that crutch at some point. But anyway, I'm really fascinated to just be speaking with you guys and just be present with you guys. I'm really, as I always say, very, very grateful for everyone who takes time to listen to the show. It makes me feel really valued and happy, part of a community when I see that people listen, when I see that people have viewed my show. And even just, 5 people, 6, 7, 8 people watching a show makes me feel really, really special. Maybe this will grow into some big thing. I'll have thousands of viewers. Maybe it'll just be us. It doesn't matter. What really matters is that this is my favorite way to express myself and share. And like I say, I do it for you guys, but I really do it for myself. If me offering value to you guys is something that pays off in different ways, great. But I'm really just doing it because it feels really good to talk with you guys every day and to know that someone is listening. So, thank you so much for making my favorite way to reach out a reality. You can connect with me on joeneely.net/community. My name is spelled Joeneely. So check me out there. There's a variety of different ways you can get in touch with me, including a sign-up form for sacred sexuality emails that I'm going to start as soon as people start signing up for it. And, targeting content specifically at that audience. I know that I offer a variety of different subjects, from meditation to travel to personal development to sexuality and intimacy, and I want to have a special place for that. It's always something that I'm going to tangent about on this show from time to time, and depending on what books I'm reading or what I'm, taking in education-wise, it may be a bigger or smaller part of the show. But for those of you who, like me, are very interested in that aspect of the world, of using intimacy as a path to the divine, I wanted to make a special place through an email list for me to give you guys targeted content. Of course, because it's an email form, it will be much more concise than my rambles as I speak. It will be, shorter and more to the point. Just little nuggets of things that people can benefit from and pieces of my journey. So, that's out there for y'all, and I will let you go. Have a wonderful day. I really, really appreciate all of you spending time with me.